Hello everyone, Thursday19 here with some more Warhammer goodness. So we're continuing from where we left off yesterday, which will be the Black Templar. Let's get this started. So, I have knocked over the camera again. So as you can see in the top one here, I have gone over with some sand just to give it that grainy kind of look. Once that dries, I'll be going over that, dry brushing it with what's needed. He's lying here dead already, done. So now it's getting on with all this. So, I'm going to be starting off with the white on the shoulder pads. I don't think there's any more white on there. I'm basically just doing what needs to be done first, and then we'll go over some other bits and bobs and go from there. So we'll go on with the white first, as that will need the most layers. So we'll get this over and done with first, so it's easier. Oh, I miss my Black Templars. Seriously miss them. If I go over any of the bits I shouldn't go over, it's alright, because I can easily go back over in the black. Get the white all done. So we'll probably need a few layers, you know, as it is white on black. This white is actually really good, because the black doesn't show through as much as a normal Citadel paint would. So there's that. Show you shortly. This stuff is actually really good. I like it. If I could, I'd have a whole load of this stuff. I think I'll use this for only for my miniatures, really. So this is actually really nice stuff. There are some bits I've gone over where it should be black, but that's alright. Yeah, you look there. It hasn't actually gone like how normally when you have the actual white on the black, it's normally like the white doesn't shine through as much, but on this it does with this paint, which is pretty sweet if you ask me. Exactly what we want. But yeah, I miss my Black Templars. I will start them up again. Of course this guy will be in the actual army I make, obviously. When I saw this guy, I just couldn't help it. First Black Templar to go into a non-existent army. Let's just double check his chest, so that's there. Basically it's on the shoulder pads, that white, nothing else. Cool. We'll do the probably do all the silver first, next, then go from there. And yeah, just checking where the other brush was. Oh well. But yeah, we'll go over the white in a little bit over again. But all that stuff can be put over in black, which isn't so bad. So let's get this chain, the normal Black Templar thing. The only thing is it's when you have these two parts separated, yeah, it isn't actually ideal because it's extremely flimsy. When I was spraying it, I noticed that the arm had moved, so I had to literally, when I was gluing it together, push it back into the angle it was supposed to be at. So just keep that in mind if you get this guy. Just be careful with the front part of the body, as where the arm is attached, which I'll show you in a second on the other camera, it's really flimsy and very easy to snap. I was very close to doing it without even trying, which is this arm here. You can see it on this camera. So you get this body bit and this arm as one piece, and then it attaches to this. But when this is separate, because it's got nothing to lean on, this bit here bends very easily. This bit bends very easily because it's just a chest with this tiny little bit holding that arm on, and it's bending extremely easy. So just be careful when if you do get this one about that bit. Last thing you want is it to get broken. Where did I put the box? I had the box. Oh, it's on my lap. I'm going to do that. So that and that. Okay. So we'll make this little bit here silver. Yeah, I remember when I collected the actual black templars. It was awesome. I loved it. Now on the other hand, I don't have them anymore. That's right, because I can always restart over, get them again, build them up again. It's not too bad. You know, get these guys all sorted, get them all built up, get my army sorted, voila. Then I'd have 2 armies. Well, technically more than 2 armies. Well, 2 Space Marine armies. I may have more in the future than just 2 Space Marine armies, but I don't know yet. Because I do like Blood Angels. With me, if I had to choose, it would probably be the Black Templars as my main, and the rest of them are just side ones. However, as it stands at the moment, I've only got the Ultramarines, as you've seen. But at the moment they are my main ones because I've got no other army Space Marine wise. But if I had to choose as my main army, it would have to be these guys, the Black Templars, because I love them so much. Sword. So with the sword, it goes up to the handle. So with this bit, it goes up here, across there, across that bit, across that bit, across that bit, like so, across there, across there, like that. Get that little bit out of the way. Also need to do this chain as well. What is the chain? So with this, I'm going to go over this slope gently because I don't want to go into the holes, into the markings. I want the markings to show. I don't want to put too much on the paintbrush and go over the markings, which are inside the markings, should I say. So the last thing I want to do. But yeah, it's nice having a Black Templar. Man, I miss them so badly. But I will start collecting them again and getting them all up and running. I will finish off painting all the other ones I need to still paint. I'm going to paint those up as well. I wasn't actually expecting this guy to arrive when it did. I was expecting it to be a bit later. But I thought since he arrived, I would do him quickly and get him added to the collection. Of course, he won't be joining the Ultramarines at this point. He won't be on the same shelf as them, but he'll be near them. He might actually be on the same shelf as them. I'm not sure yet, actually. I may put him on the same shelf. Just see how I feel, basically. Since I've only got this guy, you know what I mean? It's much better than taking up unnecessary space on the shelf. Since I've only got the one. So yeah, the reason why this camera here is unfocused is because I've set the lens to close, so that's going to be for the detail. If I was to try doing it with this one, for example, you don't, once I have to get it right, it doesn't allow you to like zoom in for the detail, so it comes out rather blurred. But if I go to this one, you actually see the detail. That's why I stuck it like this. Sun Star 01 is because of the way the cameras are. With the main camera I was using, I couldn't rearrange how it was, and it was stuck at that one precise way. So that skull is actually silver. So then that would be that, and that would be that. Okay. Alright. So there's all the silver. Next I'll do the gold. I will be putting a bit of blood on this guy, on this sword, on like the tip of the sword where it goes in. So we'll do some gold. We need to add a little bit of liquid to, I say liquid, water, to the paint brush. God, it's how little I've got this remaining, man. Can't wait for my actual paint to arrive. Now then, I've got that. So yeah, it's just like that, that's alright then. Then a little bit there. This bit here. This bit here, and that bit there. A pommel, which you can't really see. Ouch, I just headbutted the lamp. Not a good idea. So that little bit there. That's about it really. Can't really see any more on there. Yeah, that's about it. So, turn it over. We do the same thing again. So, this bit gold. Sides as well, since we're over here now. Like so. Then we do this bit here. Like so. We do this bit over here. Like that. And underneath. Like that. So as you can see, it's got gold to it, which you can see shining off it. We'll just do the handle, which will be red, and then we'll do some blood on it. Go from there. As for the handle, what I will be doing is I'll be using some probably no oil over it, just to darken it a bit, get into those creases and whatnot. Just make sure I get all of it. I'll show you guys what I've done in the end. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of paint across here like this, so I can see where the paint's going to be. So if I slot that in, do that, as you can see here, you've got a bit of blood on the tip, and then I'll just spread this out, so it looks like it's a bit like sprayed and whatnot. And go to the other side and do the same and whatnot. Like that. So when this is inside of him, like so, and if we zoom in a bit, just see it like that. Of course it's going to be slightly different because the sword will be in this way. Like that, in fact. Helps if I put it the right way. Yeah. It's looking good, looking good. Just do a little bit more on the red on the side here and here. This is vibrant. Now, go over and grab the nil oil. Grab a hold of the hand, and first off I just want to make sure that there's some inside of here, just to be on the safe side, just in case I've gone over and stuck something inside when I shouldn't have. And then across here, and grab hold of the handle. Here. So press there. Like that, like that. So grab here. Like that, you can see. I'll go on to the other side and add some on this side, just like that. I'm going to add a little bit more on this side as well. That. And then what I'm going to do with the pink, grab a tiny little amount on the brush, just like add a little bit of pink here and there. Just so it's not all just one plain colour. What I'll try doing is turn that lamp off, see if that works. And mess around with this a little bit. Try getting it in. Let's go all the way this way to begin with. Turn that lamp back on. Right, so it's blurry. And turning this bit, well, as you can see, it's helping it focus. This is always a fun part because it's trying to get it right. There you go. So as you can see, it's always messing around with that little bit to make sure it actually works. And then what we want is the white again, because we want to finish off these shoulder pads. So grab a bit of white, grab a bit more white there, and we just finish off these shoulder pads so it's nice and cleaned up. Of course I need to go over with a little bit of black just to go over the little pieces I've gone over, and I just went over that with my thumb. Yep, really meant to do that. Like that. Nice and white. Do the same to the other shoulder pad. It's alright because I can easily go over this with the black, so it's not so bad. Like that. You can see that, pure white again. next bit, we'll get whatever gold is needed on this guy, which isn't all that much on here. What we'll do the fabric first, in fact, to get out of the way. So, I want that. I want deep skin flesh. Yep. Get some deep skin flesh on this bad boy. Which is my favourite for fabric. I don't know why. It's just been my go-to colour for fabric. So, once again, if I go over the black, it's not such a problem because I can go back over the black with some more black, so it's not a problem. Turn it over. Get this bit of the fabric done. Like so. And that little bit of fabric there. Like that. Inside of this groovy bit. Like that. And then that will of course need another layering soon. And then I can go over with the white, the black, just to cover that bit. Now, since that's dry, I'm going to dry brush the brown onto this base. And then I'll show you up close once I'm done. Now, where do I put my brown? Is the question. I did have the light brown around here. I'm not actually sure where the light brown has gone. That's alright, because there was another colour I wanted to use. I can't find it now. My brown has disappeared on me. Just making sure I haven't dropped it in case. Just in case I've dropped it. There it is. So we'll do the dry brushing quickly. Nearly took the actual wrong side of the brush into the paint pot. Not a brilliant idea if you ask me. So. Just a little bit on there. Put that back in there. The other thing I want to do, actually I'll go over once more with this just to lighten it. So unfortunately, whilst I was painting this guy, my computer decided it would update in the middle of my video. So I've got him painted up and everything, but the problem is where you were watching me paint him, I didn't realise until afterwards that there was no footage past me doing the base. What I'll do is I'll just spin this guy around quickly so you can see him, and then we'll lift it up so you can see what I did to the basing. I went over with like grey over the brown, just lighten it up a little bit. As you can see, I have top coated it. Do a little bird's eye view of this guy. You can see where he's got stabbed. Of course, if we do that with the sword. You see there's a bit of blood coming off the sword. So yeah, unfortunately he was completed without the footage, or because my computer decided to do an update, which is annoying. So I do apologise about that one. But yeah, so he's complete now. So is the orc. I'll point it down a little bit so you can see a bit more of it. But yeah, so most of the footage was lost. Damn updates. Wasn't expecting that to happen. It didn't even pop up on the screen, nothing. It didn't even make a noise. Next thing I know, it turned itself off. So one thing I did do, if I do this, hopefully you guys can see this. So right there, it's round about where the actual like all the joint sections are, you'll see that it's a little bit lighter. And the reason is I've just highlighted those bits so it is lighter, so you can differentiate between them. You can see there, if you go over to this like this, you can see there it's a little bit greyish. Oh yeah, greyish. Over there is a bit greyish, you know. So I've done some separation to there just so you know what's armour and what's not. But yeah, so unfortunately I lost all the footage of painting up bayard, is it? Yeah, bayard. Oh, there goes one of my barrels. Yeah, I've got 3 barrels which I got with the conquest. But yeah, unfortunately I've lost all the footage to it from it updating the PC. Damn Windows is all I can say. But yeah, so the next video will be a Tyranids. I thought I'd just do him because he just arrived today. So yesterday even. No, today he arrived. Today. So yeah. So tomorrow we'll be doing Tyranids and going from there. I do apologise about the footage being missing. I hope you've enjoyed what you've been able to see so far, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.